All right, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to create drum fills and breaks on the MPC without going into auto punch and all that. It's sort of a trick I kind of stumbled upon myself. Maybe a lot of producers know this. I didn't know this because one of the issues that I may have had, and maybe you have had as well, is like you kind of want to create breaks and changes in the beat. You don't want to do it so repetitive. You want changes or a drum fill. So what I'm going to do is go completely from the bottom up with this process. We're going to do a 4-bar loop of 808 drums because they're easily referenceable and recognizable. And then we're going to create some breaks and some changes in the beat, sort of on the fly, but in a quick way without having to do a lot of punching. Okay, so let's put down our hi-hats and let's go there. And I forgot that first key. Let's put that in there. And let's add some claps. So you hear we got this whole loop right there. And so now let's do a break. So we're going to do a break in between there. So instead of hitting overdub, I'm going to hit record as the beat is playing and then take off record to let the beat continue. And this is the result we're going to get. So as I hit record, I erased what was there. And there's and you can see on the screen, we created a hole there. So, you know, I can maybe add some right there. And now we have a little bit of variation, right? So now I can do a break there on measure 4 by hitting record. So let's do that. So we're recording. Actually, I'm just hitting play. And then we're going to do a break on measure 4. And break. 2, 3, 4. And now this is something important to keep in mind because if you hit the record button, you will stop erasing tape or destructively recording onto your sequence when the beat repeats back over, and it automatically go to overdub, right? So now we have a 4-bar right there. So now if I got something I want to try, maybe I can do something like this. So let's hear how that sounds. And maybe I don't like that, right? So I can actually undo, or I can clear that space out again. And record button, and then it goes to overdub, right? And now I can do kind of like a pseudo tom fill. Now we're back, and we're on overdub. Let's hear the result. So let's say I want to do like a triplet snare in the beginning of the loop, right? So I'm going to punch in. So I'm going to start record, right? So we got that break right there. And that's from recording because recording erases what's on there and lets you put down what you want to hear. Like an old tape recorder if you remember those, right? And so I'm going to add like a triplet just right there. And make sure that my 8th note triplets are on quantized. And we're going to put that right there. 3, 4, and it's sort of an off thing there. Right? Now another cool feature is, as I'm talking about this, is the ability to randomize your snare sound. So if you go to program edit and you go to the samples tab and you go to the 4th one, it doesn't state, okay, so it says it on the screen, but it doesn't quite show it on the controller. But as you can see, we can do random parameter changes to the the parameters. So you got 4 layers per pad, right? So if I want to change the pitch, I can go highlight the pitch, right? You can suddenly hear the snare, like, we got that hat going. So let's see if I can randomly affect that hat. Let's listen to the results. Listen for the panning of the hat, and listen for the change of the pitch of snare. Hear that? So I don't really hear it so much on the hat. Maybe that's just me. But if I add a pitch, let's screw around the offset. So I think that's sample offset. So it just adds sort of a little bit of a color, a little bit of variation to your rhythms. And so you can really just sort of really add some nice changes and just some drum fills and some flavors to your sequences in real time by easily clearing out space. And the funny thing is I was doing this with the auto punch feature on here, but just hitting record and just clearing out what you need right there on a sequence. So you can have an original sequence with just the original groove going through, and then that second sequence, you can hit record on a certain section and play in something, so you can really sit back, listen to the beat, and say, okay, how can I flip this right here? Or clear the sounds out and then play another sound. So for instance, like I think I got some kind of samples here. So right there. So if I want to, I can clear out that first 4 bars, like, and then go back and then overdub and put that hit in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. And we still got those different variations going on in real time. See? And maybe I want to do something different on a break. So I can go. Here we go. See, I messed it up there, but you see you can really create variations here. Oh, it's quantizing in 1/8 triplets. You got to pay attention to your quantization. Make sure you know if it's on or if it's off or if it's latched. All kinds of things there. So, pay attention. Pay attention to that, because that will catch you off guard real easily. All right, so that's creating drum fills on the MPC. I'm out.